Great pleasure to be here today, and even greater pleasure to be with my good colleague and friend, Ayala Rubio. Ayala, welcome.
Well, thank you for having me.
Clearly, Ayala, over the last 9 months, we've experienced dramatic changes across industries related to both consumer behavior and supply chain operations. From your perspective, what do you believe have been the most significant challenges that we've seen?
Yeah, life have changed dramatically. I think if I had to pinpoint two major changes that we've seen, I would say that the first one is that supply chain now was brought front and center to business operation. I mean, now everything rises and falls supply chain. If you're a business with strong supply chain, an effective one, you're still functioning. If not, you're probably out of the game. So that would be the first thing that I would mention. And it kind of highlight vividly the logistic and the strategic issues that we had during the pandemic. And I think that businesses, they were already kind of moving to that direction of more emphasis on effective supply chain, but now, changes have accelerated. So that would be the first change that I would mention. The second one is many companies have now switched to be consumer centric. They focus their entire business around the consumer. And when I say consumer centric, I don't mean just the consumer is important to us because it's important to every business, but really to change their operation in a way that will address consumer needs and demands. And we know that consumer behavior changed dramatically during the pandemic. Certainly with the way they shop, that's not a surprise. We are all doing it online right now. But also consumers are much more sensitive to the service that they're getting, to the experience that they're having. And businesses had to change the way they operate in order to meet those changes. Now, I do want to mention one of the consequences of those two changes, and that is that even businesses that were traditionally B2B businesses are now essentially B2C, because businesses that traditionally just serve their business customers now realize that in order to do it in an effective way, they have to understand what are the challenges that their customers are facing when they are serving the end consumer. So now those traditionally B2B companies had to understand the end consumers in order to better serve their direct customers. And that is a big shift. We've seen it in big corporation going on for a while, but again, COVID have now accelerated these trends and caught a lot of businesses unprepared.
Yeah, I fully agree with that observation. We do a lot of work with B2B businesses, industrial organizations, and they consistently are telling us that what is happening in the traditional consumer spaces is having a dramatic impact on expectations of their suppliers, expectations of their business customers. And I think that dramatic shift is pretty significant. A lot of companies say to us, well, if Amazon can do this for millions of consumers, why can't you do this for us as an industrial customer? And I think that shift is really causing B2B organizations to rethink what they need to do. They really need to understand that customer even better and transform the business, as you've suggested.